Is it nostalgia or is gaming just actually trash now? You feel me? That's finna be the topic of this vid. Now, before we get into that, I need y'all to go to the comment section right now and let me know what y'all think, bro. I need y'all to let me know off rip what y'all think, because I know it's a lot of people that agree with me or that's gonna agree with me in this vid, which I ain't gonna completely give out my points right now, obviously, because it's the beginning of the video. But yeah, man, from old COD games to new COD games, from the old Dragon Ball games to the new Dragon Ball games, to the old superhero games to the new superhero games. You know what I'm saying? From the old 2Ks to the most current 2Ks. Is it really nostalgia or are games just actually garbage? You feel me? Y'all let me know down in the comment section, bro. Y'all let me know down in the comment section. Anybody that knows, I ain't did my intro yet because y'all know how YouTube is, brother. They tripping by me saying the N-word, which I'm finna say in a second here. All right, here we go. All right, what's good with y'all niggas, bruh? It's Don Coolio coming at y'all with another one, bro. So in this video, as y'all just said in the first minute of the video, we finna be talking about whether or not games are actually just trash right now, or whether it's nostalgia. You feel me? Is it nostalgia or are games actually just trash right now? Now, before we get into the talking points of this vid, shout out to whoever told me to use this team. It's Itachi, Sasori, and Kankuro. They all on the same team. That's what I'm using in this vid, or at least for basically every fight except for I think one. But yeah, shout out to him. If y'all got any other teams y'all want me to use on Naruto Storm Connections, let me know down in the comment section, bro. Honestly, if y'all want me to play any other games, bro, let me know. I probably start branching out even more than just this game, you feel me? I ain't even trying to just completely be a part of only the anime gaming community, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all let me know down in the comment section any other characters, any other teams y'all want me to use. It could be a 2-man team. It could be a 3-man team. It don't matter, bro. Just let me know down in the comment section. But without further ado, let's get into the topic of this video. So first off, let's talk about the single player games. Before we get into any of the multiplayer games, let's talk about the single player games. Now, in my honest opinion, I don't think the single player games have fell off as bad as the multiplayer games. I think the single player games, at least for the most part, have kind of coasted. You know what I'm saying? Like, they straight. They haven't really improved for real, but they straight. You feel me? Like, they doing a good job. You know, like, they doing a good job, at least for majority of them. You know, like, with the past few, the past few story mode games I played have probably been God of War Ragnarok and Marvel Spider-Man 2. Them probably like the two most recent. I played Ghost of Tsushima too, but that was a game that came out like what? They came out 2020, something like that. But yeah, those are probably the most recent story mode games that I have played, you know, in the past few years. I also played Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, beat every DLC on there and all that. You feel me? So, in my opinion, if I had to say, I haven't really played no just terrible, you know what I'm saying, story mode games. Now, in my opinion, are these new story mode games better than the last ones we got, like Marvel Spider-Man 2 and was it not Dragon Ball, but God of War Ragnarok? No, I'm not gonna lie. God of War Ragnarok not better than the first one. In my opinion, it's not better than the first God of War, and it's definitely not better than all the last. It's not better than the OG God of War games. And the only reason I say that is because, for whatever reason, in my honest opinion, they be trying to hold my nigga Kratos, bro. Like, my nigga Kratos pussy or something. Like, for one, why does this random witch, you know what I'm saying, witch bitch, think she can beat Kratos? Why does she think she can beat Kratos? And why are they trying to portray it that way? Like, nigga, have we not been watching the same Kratos since, you know what I'm saying, our childhood? What in the world make her think she can beat this nigga, bro? That definitely irritated me, man. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like that, but y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. And then second of all, I didn't feel as though anybody really wanted to play as Kratos' son. I don't think anybody wanted that. I definitely didn't want that. My homeboys definitely didn't want that. I don't think anybody wanted that. So that was, in my opinion, that was kind of a hit. And then we can move over and talk about Marvel Spider-Man 2 and why I think Marvel Spider-Man 2 is really a flop. A lot of people claim that this game was amazing and all this, that, and the third. One thing I will say about it is the movement, far better than the first one. Gameplay, far better than the first one. Just in terms of a lot of mechanics, it's far better than the first one. I will give it that. But in terms of story, fuck no, baby. No, sir. That mode will never be better than the first one. That mode is a knockoff Spider-Man Web of Shadows, bro. It's a knockoff Spider-Man Web of Shadows, bro. Y'all let me know down in the comment section which out of those two games, Spider-Man Web of Shadows and Marvel Spider-Man 2, which one do y'all think better, bro? In my opinion, it's Web of Shadows. I think Web of Shadows was paced a lot better. Maybe the story wasn't as long, but it was paced a lot better. You know, the cinematics with the black suit was a lot better. When you put the black suit on, it was a cinematic. It wasn't like you had to go to the menu and put it on. That's and it just appears on your body. You know what I'm saying? You actually felt like you know what I'm saying? You felt stronger, and you had to let the black suit influence the story. That's, bro, do you know how crazy of a love you had to have for a game to really put them type of they could have just made it one story where it didn't matter what decision you made. That's love that they put into the game to do that, bro. You feel me? They don't do that no more. Only thing they trying to do now is push all these different agendas. How come when I'm swinging around the city as Miles on Marvel Spider-Man 2, why do I have to help some gay dude in school ask another nigga to prom, bro? Like, no offense to gay niggas, but why do we have to do that? That's clearly something that's obviously being pushed in the games for whatever reason. And then on top of that, don't even get me started on Mary Jane, bro. Why are we playing as this is something I didn't like in the first one, bro. Why are we playing as Mary Jane, bro? Nobody likes her, bro. Why are we playing as Mary Jane? That's trash. You feel me? Trash, bro. Then on top of that, this is why I say the story on that game was garbage. This garbage, bro. They not even staying true to the source material. Why is Harry Venom? Bro, when has Harry ever been Venom? Harry has never been Venom, bro. The only time he was Venom was in the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show, and I had a problem with it then because it was never supposed to be him. It was supposed to be Eddie Brock, bro. It wasn't supposed to be Harry. Harry is supposed to be another version of the Green Goblin. He's supposed to, if I'm not mistaken, in the Ultimate Comics. That's the only thing he should have ever played, bro. We should have never got no Venom as Harry, bro. That's trash. You messing up a whole character arc for a whole different character that you could have introduced into the game because you want to rush this character into a game simply for profit, because y'all know that if y'all bring in a symbiote, that's going to bring in bread. You feel me? It's the same thing all over again. They only doing stuff for bread. That's it. That's it, bro. That's the same problem that if y'all remember back in the day, if you were OG, y'all remember Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. The Spider-Man 3, in my opinion, it was still a good movie, but it was far lackluster from the first two. And that was because one of the producers of the movie wanted them to add Venom because they wanted to make money off action figures and stuff. And that's why the movie damn near flopped in a lot of people's eyes, bro. That's why. And it's the same thing with the last game, bro. We're not even getting DLC for it. We not even getting, bro. They literally said they was finna give DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2 and never dropped it. But this is what I'm saying. Gaming back then was just better. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. It just didn't feel the same. Bro, I'm telling you, I replayed Spider-Man Web of Shadows multiple times, bro. Multiple times, bro. I can't even bring myself to go back and play Marvel Spider-Man 2 at this point. I think I played it twice just for the New Game Plus bonus stuff or whatever. But other than that, I can't even go back and play it, bro. I can't even go back and play it. Y'all let me know down in the comment section, do y'all feel what I'm saying about that? Because in my opinion, like I said, I feel as though they dropped the ball with that game. Like I said, nobody wants to play as Mary Jane. It was even a scene on that game where they was in the house and Venom was finna hit Spider-Man with his tentacles or something like that. And Mary Jane somehow, I guess Mary Jane somehow has superpowers. She jumped in front of Peter to block him from getting hit. What game are we playing? Why is Spider-Man a bitch? Why is he letting his girl jump in front of him? She's a normal human. She should have died. She shouldn't be alive, bro. We got Mary Jane running around the city with a damn taser beating symbiotes that I gotta sit here as Spider-Man. I have to sit here real life as Spider-Man, bro. And it take me 100 hits to kill this nigga. Meanwhile, she just taser one shot from the taser gun is enough to kill these niggas. Y'all make it make sense, bro. Even like, I think it was the big one, bro. I think it took like a few taser shots, bro. Why is she playable? Nobody wants to play as Mary Jane. Let her just be a pretty face in the game that Peter is happy that's his girl. Why can't it just be that? We don't want to see her have no care. We don't care. We don't care. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, they're just they trying to push this whole feminine, feminist weak ass agenda, bro. We not trying to deal with that in no video game, bro. Take that to the movies or something. Don't bring that over here. That's what I'm saying, bro. Modern gaming is not the same, bro. Everything nowadays is just to push an agenda. It's not for the love of the game no more, bro. It's not for the love of the game, and I'm gonna stand on that, bro. Another prime example of this is Batman Arkham Knight. You feel me? And what y'all think I'm finna say? Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Do y'all remember how badly that game flopped? Bro, that game was so bad, bro. It was literally in the PlayStation Store for free. last month. And best believe I got it. I wasn't paying bread for that. Of course not. That mug's free in the PlayStation Store right now. That mug flopped that badly. And the thing is, I don't even want to say it was trying to push any type of agenda. It just was trash. How, bro, what is going on, bro? Why would you... I don't know, bro. Like I said, bro, gaming back then was just way better. Anybody play all the Arkham games, and y'all remember how godly that series was, bro, just for them to turn out and do this. We could have just got a Batman Beyond series. Or they could have gave us, not even just Suicide Squad, Kid of Justice League, Arkham Knights. Bro, trash. That's the first multiplayer, or second multiplayer, would have been the second multiplayer Arkham game that we got, but they, for whatever reason, they chose to take it out the Arkhamverse and chose to just put it in some random universe and have Batman in that universe die somehow. When that's just stupid, because, bro, it was perfect for the Arkhamverse because Batman was presumed dead. You feel me? People really thought the nigga was dead, so it would have made sense for all the motherfuckers under him, which would have been the Arkham Knights, to come up and fight. You feel me? But I don't know, bro. Like I said, the love just not put into the game no more. Everything is dead for money. If you weren't gonna have it in the Arkhamverse, why make the game? Why make the game? And then the game that you do put in the Arkhamverse, why are we not able to play as any character we actually want to play? Why are we playing as the Suicide Squad? Now y'all are just doing shit that y'all want to do. Nobody wants to play as them. Why couldn't we, like, okay, cool, Batman is not, we can't play as Batman, cool. Why can't we play as Superman, Wonder Woman, or Flash? Those are characters we actually, do you know, if this game was reversed and we had to go kill the Suicide Squad or kill some other group in DC as the Justice League, bro, the game wouldn't have flopped. Y'all do realize that, right? Then these niggas that made some type of third-person Fortnite shooter, bro, and this is what I'm saying, Fortnite ruined games, bro. What I think they call it a live service game, bro. Why are we getting an Arkham game that's live service? Why are we not just getting another story mode game that you can add if you want to add DLC to it, cool, bro. But why are we getting live service story mode games, bro? We don't want that. It flopped. That's why it flopped, bro. You feel me? And that flopped on a completely different level than Marvel Spider-Man 2. And like Marvel Spider-Man 2, in my opinion, it didn't really flop. It just wasn't as good as the first one. And just in that regard, it flopped in my head. The story was trash, bro. Story was trash. There was no moment in that story where I felt connected to the characters on the screen. There was no moment, bro. But moving on from that topic, let's get into the multiplayer games, bro. Let's get into the multiplayer games. In my honest opinion, multiplayer games have fell off completely. Outside of Marvel Rivals and maybe a few other ones, but they've fallen off completely. And we already talked about this because they depend solely on DLC to keep the game alive. They depend on that, bro. They depend on that. Why you think Sparking is dead? Why you think Storm Connections is dead? Because they were depending on DLC to keep the game alive, bro. Multiplayer games are trash now. Not even just fighting games. Call of Duty, 2K, trash. They're not good no more, bro. Because they're not doing stuff for the love of the game. They're doing stuff for their own benefit, for bread. That's the only reason they're doing it. They doing it for their bread. They don't care about satisfying us, bro. Back in the day, they actually had to make good games for us to play it and for us to keep wanting to buy it. Now they don't do that. They just release a trailer, say that the game is finna come out with a couple of different things. Like Call of Duty, Gobblegums, you know, zombies. We're gonna make zombies, round-based zombies back, you feel me? 2K15 parts. They gonna do certain stuff like that just for them to still do certain stuff with the game that we don't want. Skill-based matchmaking. How long have we been asking them or telling them that we don't like that? And they still got it in the game. Bro, like, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. It's really trash. What type of sense does it make to have a ranked mode in a video game? And then on top of having a ranked mode, you got to go back to casual and basically still be playing ranked. What type of sense do that make, bro? Why am I going to play quick matches on Call of Duty? Or I'm playing in the park on 2K and I'm playing, it's skill-based matchmaking. That's trash, bro. It's literal ranked modes on the game for that reason. So we don't have to deal with that. You know, I don't know, bro. In my head, it's just like a logic break. It's like a logic break or something like that, bro. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, bro. And to touch a little bit more on that topic, games weren't babyfied back then for noobs, bro. Like, if you was good at a game, you was going to be good. If you was trash, you was going to be trash. When we were kids, games like Call of Duty, like I said, did not have skill-based matchmaking. So you actually had to get better instead of having your hand held, bro. Instead of having the game hold your hand throughout the process of playing it, you actually had to get better, or you was just gonna be a noob, and you was just gonna have to deal with that, bro. You just gonna have to deal with same with 2K, bro. Also, games like Storm and Tenkaichi and other fighting games did not have an assisted play option. You couldn't go to the settings, click a tab, and make it to where the game basically does auto combos for you that basically look exactly the same way as if I was to do a combo on my own without having that. It didn't have an auto block option. It didn't have none of that, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, these games today are made for weirdos. They're made for people that just want an easy way out of everything in life, bro. The games nowadays are made for people that have TikTok brain, which is 90% of the population. It's made for it's because of TikTok. TikTok has taken over the world, bro, and it made people's attention span short. So now they don't want to actually learn how to play games. Now they don't want to actually learn how to get better. And they, like I said, it goes as far as 2K and Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? These are games that, like, bro, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day for like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1, one of them. But if I'm not mistaken, like, you know, around Christmas, they were always, it's something called Christmas news. And this is when everybody used to buy the game on Christmas, like Call of Duty and stuff like that, right? I don't know if y'all remember, but the people over at Call of Duty, they actually had dropped some Twitter or some picture or something like that. And they said something about, they basically called out the Christmas news, like letting them know it, you know, basically letting them know like, we know you're out there and it's not going to be easy for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. And everybody accepted it. Nobody was complaining about that, bro. Nobody was complaining about that. And like I said, it's fine if you want to make a mode where noobs can play noobs, but that's what ranked is for. Just let them go to ranked and see where they end up. See where they end up, bro. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Like I said, it just seems like modern gaming in general, not just multiplayer games, not just single player games. It just seems like in general, they have taken a slight step back. It doesn't mean we don't have the occasional banger game. It don't mean we don't have occasional good games. Like I said, like GTA 6, I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be the best game in the past, bro, probably 20 years. Probably be the best game in the last 20 years, bro. Hopefully they don't do the whole Fortnite thing with the season passes and stuff like that. Please don't do that, bro. I did hear something about GTA 6. Somebody told me that you're going to actually be able to make money on there, like in real life. Like you will be able to, like the money you get on there, I guess might transfer over to real life. I don't know how it works, but hopefully they don't do that. I don't think that'd be a good idea. That seems like something that's too, in my head, that's too crazy, bro. You never know. Something like that might make people just play like they insane on there or something. It might, I don't know, bro. I don't know. At this point, when it comes to video games now, bro, I just want them to do what works. Do what's been working. You know, just do what's been working. You know, add the occasional thing. Don't add nothing crazy, though. Like, maybe add it down the line, but don't add it off. Add it down the line, bro. You know what I'm saying? See how people are, you know, see people's reception to the game. You know, see how people are, and see if people are enjoying the game or are they disliking the game. What do they like? What do they dislike? You know, like I said, do everything that worked in the last few games. And like I said, sprinkle in some new stuff. Just sprinkle it in. But don't add nothing crazy like being able to make money in real life. Like, it sound good, but like, you never know, bro. They do something like that. Like I said, for example, they made it sound good that you was going to be able to do 2 jutsus on Storm Connections. Here it is. Guess what happened? Niggas just get on here and spam jutsu, right? You feel me? So like I said, bro, I don't want them to do nothing too crazy with that game. But like I said, man, y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about the stuff I was talking about in this vid. Do y'all agree with me or do y'all disagree? Is it nostalgia or are games just trash now? You feel me? Are games actually good? You know, y'all let me know, are games actually good now? You feel me? Y'all let me know. If y'all go in y'all heads and compare the games of today to the games of the past, which one's winning? Which ones do y'all think is better? Which ones do y'all think is better? Do y'all think that everything they doing now is for money? Or do y'all think that it's the same love that's put into the games now that it was back then? Y'all let me know down in the comment section below. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And Don Coolio out, bruh.